getting crazy as usual. How's everybody doing? Really quick, just wanted to tell you guys what we got going on today, other than my phone and giving me a hard time. So today, we're gonna talk about some new imports we got in. We got two imports that came in. We have one from Colombia, and well, this one wasn't an import, it's locally bred in Florida, but we also got a big order of Tanganyikans. We have two other orders planned. We have another wild, I believe, Peruvian order coming in. And also we have another order with a lot of Tanganyikans on it. We got a lot of Tropheus coming in, just to help with keeping up with stock. As most of you guys know, we breed pretty much everything that we sell here, or at least we try to at some point. If we don't breed it, we get them from local breeders, but we also do make wild imports, and this is going to be, we don't make them that often, so every maybe 6 months, maybe sometimes it's been like once a year, but hopefully we can continue doing it more often. Let me read some of these comments, guys. I see some questions coming in. So happy Friday, everybody. Hello, Christopher. Mike, any Starry Night cichlids live in a group? Live in a group? Oh, can they live in a group? Yes, they can live in a group. Jackson, the stream just started, so welcome. Miguel, how you doing? Was there any problems with the Starry Nights? No. Right now we have the green spot Starry Nights, or the green spot bleak eye. They do look a little different, and we're just we had to let our pond population regrow. So let me find the green spots before we start into showing some of the imports we got in. So here, I'll turn you guys around. Hey Chevy, how's it going? So these are the green spots. Now these guys, they don't, from what I've seen, get as dark as the bleak eye Starry Nights, but I actually prefer the green spots. Some of the employees here prefer the Starry Night or the regular bleaker eye, or as the actual name is Paratilapia poleni. But one other thing I want to hit on since I'm right here, if you guys order an assorted Oscar, this is some of the fish you could receive. As you can see, they're kind of just, their colors aren't very distinct like they should be. So these are kind of just off throws of some of our Oscars that we get in. So you can see there are a lot of like black markings on them that we throw into the assorted Oscars. So let's look at some Tanganyikans before we get into looking at some of these wild Colombian fish we got in. So let's move this cart. So we breed these here, but these are the Kaiser 2s, the Tropheus Kaiser 2. Really, really beautiful fish. As they mature, that black or the yellow bands become more distinct, and they don't have the black stripes in the yellow. As always, we have the Tropheus du Bois. Those are really nice. So here's a new fish to us. We're gonna keep this entire group back for breeders. Let's see if I can sneak up on them without scaring them. So these are Petrochromis travasae. I think the common name on these is like a jewel spot. I could be wrong on that. Christopher, we have the Laticara araguaea in stock. Those are a Dwarf. Really pretty fish. Really good personalities. Here we have the Tropheus icola. Similar to the Kaiser, but there is a difference in the adults, you can see. I'm pretty sure we're keeping all these, and they don't look like much now. But these, I believe, are going to be future breeders for us here. These are the Mpemgwe Blue Frontosa. I mean, we only got about 9 of them, so we'll be keeping all those. We have a lot of these 7-stripe frontosa in stock. These are the kygomas. So we have, these are the bigger ones. They're about 2 to 3 inch, and down below we have some 1 to 2 inchers. We have limited amounts of the Black Widows, but we are planning on restocking these soon. We got some Treticephalus. These guys are looking good. Adam says his 6-pack of Zonatus is doing great with a few hundred multis. Wow, that's probably a really nice tank. I'm glad to hear it. This is going to be a new breeder for us. I'm pretty excited to see these guys color up. These are Cyprichromis Leptosoma Katoomba. Haven't colored up yet. We've only had them about 4 days now, so actually 3 days. So hopefully those will get really colorful. We got the Cyprichromis Leptosoma tricolor. And it's not focusing. There you go. Not much color on them yet. We breed these here. We have a lot of these in stock. These are the Callichromis Melanistigma. If you guys have a Tanganyikan tank and want a fish that will kind of keep the bottom of your tank clean, highly recommend these guys. They're really cool. They get good color as they grow up. They get nice yellow. Here are some of our Zonatus growing out. So these are bred here too, and you can see some of the smaller ones made their way into the tank, but we're not selling those tiny ones. These bigger ones are about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. We got the Blue Flash. These were also bred here. Not many of these in stock. David, the Dovi you're asking about are in here. I looked at the tank for you yesterday, and there was only one female. The rest of them were males. I'll swing by the tank before the end of the stream. Oh, here we go. This is a nice one. The Bucochromis spectabilis. Very yellow fish. Really cool. And then over here we have Paracyprichromis nigripinus. Now these guys are going to be showstoppers. So if you guys aren't familiar with these guys, look these guys up. They get really, really nice, like blue pin, like neon blue pinstripes going down their body. Really pretty fish. And then we have Coppodochromis cristonatus, Chrysononatus. These are the white blaze hat. And let's show this guy real quick. Big breeder. He went to hide. That's a Friedrich Stolly. That's not a Tanganyikan. He's just here temporarily as a until we get room in our breeding area. So David, let's go look at the Dovi real quick, and then we'll jump into looking at some of these new Colombian fish. So as always, the Dovi, they're pretty aggressive, but this was the only obvious female I saw in this tank. The rest of them look pretty much like they're males. Now, there might be another female right here, but heavy on the males. So guys, we're getting closer to the contest. If you haven't already, make sure you enter and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're at like 12,900. We're really close. I believe we need like 50 to 70 more subscribers. So guys, let me back up. You guys see these giant tubs? These are brand new. We just got them put in. There's 3 of them. These are going to be our water containment system. These are our answer to needing water. You guys know, as you've seen in a lot of the streams, our water comes in very cloudy. This is going to be our filtration system. We're going to let the water settle. So let me turn this around. So just so you guys can get a example of how big this actually is. I believe these are probably 11 feet tall. And turn you back around. Let's see, they are probably from here to here, about 6 feet wide. I could be wrong, I'm only estimating. And it could be on the side here. But these hold a lot of water. These are going to be filtration system. We're going to have soft water and hard water always on the tap, ready to go. And all right, so here we have the Colombian order. So most of this rack down is going to be all new fish. There are some fish still kind of recovering. They just came in last night, so you might see some fish breathing heavy. Maybe they look like they have some fin rot. So these fish won't be available until we get them through quarantine. Probably some of them could be 2 weeks, some of them could be a couple months. So just keep that in mind. We have some wild umbies here. So these are the Chrono Heros umbifer. These guys are tank busters. They get big, mean, nasty, but they're a really cool fish, really personable. For people who like big fish, these could be a nice change from your typical like Oscar. So if you wanted like a one fish kind of tank, if you can get a male umbi, that'd be a really cool tank, just a kind of single fish. Or if you have a big tank with a bunch of mixed Central and South American fish that are aggressive, these guys could make a nice addition, but they do get huge, so just keep that in mind. So these Discus, guys, I've never got Discus in this big. I've never seen them come in this big here on the farm. For example, the scale's way off, but they are from top to bottom. The bigger fish in here are about 6 inches tall. They're pretty big. I was really surprised how they shipped them. They shipped them all individually bagged and in very little water. So I'm used to seeing Discus in a very little water, but usually the bag is laid flat. So the Discus are kind of on the bottom like a pancake. Well, these guys were straight up and down, and they were only covered halfway with water. So from here down, they were in water, and from here up, they were out of water. I was really, really surprised and caught off guard, but we had no losses. Now, they're very stressed right now, and we're getting them through that, but still kind of shocked with how they came in. So here we have some red tiger severums, and they got some fin rot. We got to get them through that. Now up here, these guys shipped really well. Smaller fish, they always do ship good. These are the ruby tetra. So for you guys interested, these will be available soon, a couple weeks. These are the axelradii risi. And they get a nice, right now you can't really see it in this tank. I'll see if I'll scroll around. You can see some of the reds coming in. They get a nice kind of reddish, like a peach red color. You can see there's a male right there colored up. So that's a nice small fish, definitely a nano fish. Don't put it with anything too big. We got a lot of those in. So these are more ruby tetras. We got Satanoperca daemons. They also have a little bit of fin damage, so they'll be going through a quarantine process. We got a bunch of brokies. So these are the The common name, I believe, on these is the emerald green Cory, but they're actually not a Cory. Very similar, but they get bigger. So these are Brocchies splendens. Mike, good question. So Mike asked, does the pattern of a discus fade over the course of its life? Not typically. When they're really old and they're starting to maybe die, yeah. But when they're healthy, the pattern doesn't really fade due to age. The pattern will change when they're ready to spawn and they actually kind of get dark and kind of ugly. And that is because the fish is overproducing slime coat to feed the fry. So that only occurs when they're about to spawn. So here we have some Jopari. And really, I don't think so, but it looks like one of them in there is holding. The way that fish is holding its mouth, I would be really surprised, but it kind of looks like it. Could just be sifting sand. We got some wild red humps. These guys came in with a lot of good color. So typically, right after shipment, they don't look like this, but these guys are full color, they're happy, healthy, they are ready to eat. They're actually up here begging, so they may have been in the facility waiting to sell for a while. So they're not like entirely wild. They're not scared of anything. Really pretty fish. Look at the pattern. You got the reds, the blues, the yellows. I love these guys. Oh, here's a new one for me here. I don't know if we've carried these before. We have the red Phantom Tetras. So these are the Hyphosabricon Sweglesi. Really good color on these. I see a couple deformed. There are some bycatch in here that we have to get rid of as well. Look at this, we got a bycatch. It's a emperor, or actually it's a rainbow tetra right there. It was a bycatch in with the red Phantom Tetras. We got more Jopari here. Daniel, I have never seen the Satanoperca Mapertensis. Mapertensis? Yeah, I haven't seen those here. Hey, Ali Sean, how you doing, man? Christopher wants to see the nano car. We will walk by that tank, Christopher. I won't forget. Here we got more Combinados. Very good algae eating, cleaning fish. You still have to make sure they stay well fed. You want to see fat bellies on them, like these little guys here. They're known to kind of starve to death. Sometimes it's hard to get them onto like prepared food. Like here we have some rapashi in the tank, so we feed them rapashi as well as give them some logs with algae on it to keep them, make sure they're continually eating. Down here we have the Pygmy Corys. We got a lot of these guys in. Now these guys are super cool. They're really fun. Nice small Cory and very interesting behavior. So if anybody doesn't know about these fish, they're about full size here. There's a big one right there. That's a full size. They're a Cory that spends a lot of their time in the water column. So you can see they're all just kind of schooling, swimming around. Now this is normal behavior for them. It's really fun to see them collect on like your plant leaves or your decorations. Well, they'll, instead of being on the bottom, they will like sit on top of like a piece of driftwood, and they'll all kind of congregate, and then they'll all start schooling again. It's really fun. Wilrod, we did get some discus. I showed him a few minutes back. We got Tefe green discus and I believe Heckle discus. Fat Fish, great question. So Fat's asking, when will it get some new epistos in like McMasterai or the Hongsloy? So we are breeding them here, and we have anywhere from 75 to 100 fry of each of those growing out. They're the red gold hong soy and the red gold neckmaster eye, so they are a line bred color form, and they should be available within probably 3 months. Right now they are a little bit smaller than these Pygmy Corys, so they're around half an inch maybe. So it's going to be some time to let them grow out. Steven, I've never seen any kind of elephant nose come in or dolphin fish come in here. Mike, we do breed a Pistoborelli. No, we only breed the Opal in-house. I have considered and I've talked with the breeder here about potentially getting a new line, and Opal was Borelli, not the Opal, just the straight Borelli was kind of the direction we were thinking about heading, just to offer something new. Yeah, these guys sure, they do look like they're ready to race. All right, let's see what else we got, guys. So this is an exciting one. So here's an angelfish. They don't look like much, just like a silver angel, right? But these guys, we imported them as Pterophyllum dumerelli, and upon research and everything based on body shape and color, we're pretty sure we got Lepoldi Angels. So I'm pretty sure these are Pterophyllum Lepoldi, which is pretty exciting. If you guys don't know, they're just the smallest species of angelfish. They get some blue colorations on their gill plates, so like right here behind the eye, they'll get some blue pattern. Here we have some more up front in this tank. It looks like we already have one guy over here who's bullying some of the other fish. Looks like they settled right in. But pretty exciting to see some Lepoldi. This is the first time I've seen them. And then here's another cool fish. So these are the green neon tetras. So these are the smaller, if you will, neon tetra. They don't get as big. They stay around an inch at max. Maybe I would say usually they're around 3/4 of an inch. You can see there we got some more bycatch. But these guys are really nice. I like these for smaller tanks. They're good schooling fish. And look at these guys. They're already coming for my finger. Well, they did at first. Chevy says these are your favorite neon. I agree. They're awesome. They're very versatile. They're not shy at all. They school really, really well. Now look at that. It's a nice tank in itself. Obviously, it's overstocked. You would not do that in your home aquarium, but beautiful fish. Lots of good color. They really make a pop. David, yeah, man, appreciate the order. First one in order. First order in a while. Yeah, I haven't seen your name come through in a while. Hope you're doing well, and hope the fish show up well for you and you can get them to spawn. Mike, that's a good question about the opals and their color, if it's natural or not. You know, I never questioned that, so I never really looked into it. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into. So you got me on that one. I'm looking for the Nana Akara. I'm looking for the Araguaia. I believe they're on the other side. Chevy, have you been able to breed the green neons in a tub? So here are the Laticara Araguaia. Let me get up on this ladder. This is a taller section. So these are what we're currently selling. try to get some of these guys in focus. There you go. I really like these guys. These guys get a little bit different color than like a Compressiceps. They can get some darker colorations. They get some more blues and reds in them too. Very faint colors, but a really nice fish nonetheless. They have nice rounded faces and big eyes. Makes them really appealing. Makes them kind of cute, like just like a cute little animal. They don't get very big, and they're really good community fish. But they will spawn pretty readily, so just be careful because they will pair off. If you buy enough for them to form a pair, you will be dealing with fry and potential aggression because they're going to be protecting them. Oh, Susan, you're welcome, and glad you got those mustard synnods. They're pretty cool. I like those. So the mustard synodontis. I'm sorry to hear about that, David. Hopefully you can get that figured out and be on the way to feeling better. So guys, if I missed any questions, go ahead and re-ask. I don't mind. I just got a lot to try to keep up with, you know, trying to film, trying to answer your guys' questions. Yeah, so Daniel, the purple in them is, it's really nice to see the purple come out. One of their other common names that we don't use here is the purple smiler. And smiling is kind of obvious. They always look like they're kind of smiling. And purple is because they do get purple colors. On some of them, you can see it in person. I can't really see it in the video, but kind of in their back half, like from here back on this fish in the back of the tank, they'll get some nice, like from here back, they'll get some purplish, and it's a really cool fish, but it's just not every day you see that purple coloration come out. Daniel, albino heckle, I haven't had a ton of breeding success with them, so still we don't have any fry growing out. And the Guyana Cara, which species are you interested in? Dwarf Synodontis, I don't think we have any dwarfs in right now. Typically if we had a dwarf, it'd be the Dwarf Petricola. I'll swing by the area and see if there's any in. If you guys need the Lulupies, now is the time. Look at the color and size of these guys. These guys are 2 to 3 inches. Full color, bright yellow. Looking really, really good. I couldn't walk past that tank without showing those. Here's another one. I'm surprised we still have any of these left, is the Lamprologus ornitopinus. These are a really cool shell dweller. I like how they're more elongated and they have really nice kind of ornate patterns on them, hence the name ornitopinus. Oh yeah, Daniel, we do get them in from time to time. We didn't get any in this time, but we get some. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but we've definitely had Guyana Cara species in. Some other fish I didn't show on the Tanganyikan. We got some more orange Compressiceps. Yeah, Adam, they're a really, really cool fish. I love the patterns and like how kind of just like shiny they are, and the males have that nice little bit of red on them. We do have redfin borlei as well for you have some Peacock Keepers. And so, also to note, I know a lot of you guys are into more peacocks and haps, and we've been pretty low on them recently. We are working on getting these fish out of the ponds. the grow out times have been longer this year. I'm not sure why. It could be due to feeding or temperatures. But some of our ponds, they produced fine. The fish just didn't grow as fast as we'd like, so we left them out. We left them out longer to grow out. Anthony, how's it going, man? Flametail gourami, I can absolutely show you those. Well, here's the albino paradise gourami, same species. I gotta find the blue ones for you real quick. Let me go back, they're right back over here. Are you looking for these, Anthony? The blue flames? These guys are really nice. Try to get you a good shot of them. Yeah, these are really nice. These two bigger ones look like two big males. Nice colorful fish. No problem, Anthony. Good to hear from you. So really quick, guys, before we end today, Asian Rummy Nose, Ali Shan, we have breeders. I actually just moved the breeders today into a new vat. And, I haven't looked at them in a while. When we first brought them in, we weren't sure if there were females in the tank. And we put them out there to grow out because we thought we saw females. Well, today, the Sawa respondents, exactly, Christopher. I went to the vat, netted them up, and I was putting them into a new vat just to check on them, see if they're breeding, what's going on. And we have about 50 females and maybe 50 males. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully they do start spawning for us. And let's look at this show tank. We'll look at some of the new growth on the plants. So you can see here these sword plants, they got a lot of nice new growth coming in. We did add Reminos, and as you can see, they are schooling nice and tight. We added 50 of these, I believe, last week, and they're already settled in. They're cruising around. Oh, here we got some rare sightings of some of the L46s in there. Yeah, Alishan, generally the females just stay smaller and a little bit bulkier on the Lulupi. And they are pretty easy to breed as long as you give them the right water parameters. Here we got the Royal Whiptail, or the Royal Farewella. The Crips are coming in nice. We got some nice new growth. Growing really slow, but we do have nice new growth in that. This sword has a giant new leaf coming in right here. Nice red color. Daniel, no CO2. Little bit about the tank. We got just sand in the entire tank. We are dosing Seachem Excel in there once a week. I mean Flourish, not Excel. We're dosing Seachem Flourish once a week. And that's it. We do have root tabs that we are going to add for the sword plants over here in the crypts. Look at this. I believe this right here, it's giant. I believe this is a sparkle sword. You can kind of see some of the white spots in the leaves. It has a giant new leaf. The current is pushing it. It's hard to see. It's got this massive leaf coming in, and it's just huge. We have a ruffle sword here with runners looking good right here. And then here's a good, a nice view of some of the new leaves coming in. Nice red coloration. All this underwater growth. As you can see, the out of water growth is all starting to die. It's been about a month now. They lasted a lot longer than I expected, but soon we're gonna trim these leaves here in the next week or so. And oh, there's the new growth coming in on the sparkle sword, really big. A couple new leaves coming in there. And on this side, it's mostly just Java Fern, some Bulbitis, another Royal Farewella. And just so you guys can get a scale of the size of this tank, if you haven't ever been here before, this Royal Farewella right there, from the tip of the head to the end of the tail, so from all to the end of this tail, that fish is about a foot long in total. So just so you can get a scope of how big this tank is. Mike, that's a good question. Pearl cichlids, which is the Braziliensis, and Starry Nights, can you keep them together? I believe you could. They're both similar temperament. They both have similar temperament. They both get pretty big. They can both hold their own. I would worry that the Braziliensis would get too big and outcompete not necessarily outcompete, but just dominate the bleaker eye or the Poleni. So last thing I want to show you guys is just some of our rainbows. Some of the vats are looking really clean. I'm just going to show you guys a top-down view. You might get some flashes of color. Let me know if you guys like seeing this stuff from the top down. I know it's not as good of a view, but this is the side of the farm where all the breeding happens. It's where we kind of shine, and what sets us apart from other places where we have so much space and we can breed all of these different types of fish because of it. So here, we haven't had these guys available in a while. This is our breeding group. Let me disconnect the air. So these are going to be the Melanitania splendida, or the Upper Catherine River Blackfin Rainbow. Now these guys get really purple. Speaking of purple, with the Araguaia, these guys, the males, get really purple. But this is one of our breeding groups. Here we have Melanitania mariasi. Not going to see too much. There's a lot of water flow in this vat, but I was sorting these before we started the live stream. These are all the extra males I wanted to take out of our breeding group, so I'll show you some of these. So these guys have really nice color. And if you can look closely where the on the top of the fish right there, there's some nice like hints of blue in the fins. So right where the fin on the top, right before the tail, they get some nice blue coloration in the tail or in the fins. Here we have the Kalitawa, which is super popular. These guys need a new vat. As you can see, the vat has a lot of algae. Got little eggs here, not too many. This vat needs a very deep cleaning, which we'll be doing shortly. This is a fun tank. We have the Vietnamese white clouds. We're breeding them here in this vat. Let's see if I can find some of the fry to show you guys. So way over there, there's some fry swimming around. It's right in the middle of the screen. D. Tintori. We do breed the Genencia, but we're currently out of stock. We have a very small group of breeders, so we're trying to recoup on our numbers. Can't see much in this vat, but these are the Lake Antino Bosemani breeders. They are starting to come up. Here's one of my favorites, is the Affinis Pogwi. And some of these males are around 4 inches, so they're pretty big. We've had these guys here for a while. Here we got the Chilanthrina alani Wapogas. Another one of my favorites. Nice red colors in these guys. Here we have the metallic shiners. We breed these guys here in the vat. Let's see if I can get a nice view of some of these tiny fry. So we got a bunch of fry here, and if you go a little farther, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a lot of really small fry, like almost microscopic. They probably look like little hairs on your screen. This is a fish that we typically don't even have to we don't have to pull the fry. For some reason these metallic shiners, they just ignore the fry completely, which makes it easier for us to breed. Here's our breeding group of Melanitania parva. They're called Sunset Dwarf Rainbow. For a dwarf rainbow, for a dwarf rainbow, these guys get really big. Here we got the Cali Byru. These guys are really nice. Hopefully soon here, guys, I can get you a video of these, like a bunch of these breeders at once instead of just like 4 at a time. Hopefully we can get a longer kind of video, show more. And then we got the Aves Creek Bosemani. Daniel, those let me go catch one of those Cali Byru and I'll show you how big they are. They're huge. They really are. Luckily there's a net right next to me. I'll grab some and show you. You can see the color on these guys too. It's going to be really nice. So these guys are definitely around 4.5 inches. A lot of good coloring. Look at the lips on these guys. Really beautiful fish. And here's another male. Now this is something we don't typically do. We don't handle the any of the rainbow fish breeders too much. Mostly they just get the spawn mops pulled, and that's about it. So guys, I just want to emphasize one more time to make sure if you haven't, go sign up for our giveaway. We're only about 50 to 75 viewers away, the subscribers away, to getting to that big giveaway. We're gonna do the drawing live once you guys help us reach that mark. So if whatever day of the week it happens, I'm just gonna go live and we're gonna do it. You don't have to be live to receive the gift, whatever you win. So just as a reminder, there's gonna be 11 total winners, 1 grand prize winner. So the grand prize winner is gonna be $250, a hat, a shirt, a food of your choice, and then if you want, we'll shout out your social media, but that's not required. Also, the other winners are going to be, I believe, $25 gift cards to the website. So make sure you just go like, comment, and subscribe on that subscribe to our channel, like and comment on the video, and share it. That'll help us get to the goal faster. So thank you guys. We're gonna see you next Friday unless we get to the 13,000 subscribers first. So help make that happen, and I'll see you guys sooner. So catch you guys next week. Bye.